an iconic nameplate in Mercedes' massive portfolio, the SL dates back to the year 1954 with the launch of the Gullwing W198 Coupe, which to me is the most beautiful car the world has ever seen. The Roadster version followed 3 years later, and Mercedes celebrated its 60th anniversary earlier this week by taking a trip down to memory lane. The current R231 model was launched about 5 years ago, and even though it's far from being a strong seller, the SL class is expected to live on into the next decade. A new generation is currently in the works, and that's why we have decided to see into the future of the sport liked by speculatively rendering the all-new Gen with headlights derived from the AMG Vision Gran Turismo concept. Emphasis on the word speculatively, since it's not known at this point how the design of Mercedes' drip top will evolve in the model's next iteration. The all-new SL was spotted a couple of times last year while undergoing testing, but it was hiding underneath the body of shorter S-Class Coupe in the S63 specification as seen below. 2019 Mercedes SL Spy Photo. 2019 Mercedes SL Spy Photo. The 7th generation will allegedly eschew the electrically folding hardtop and switch to a fabric roof like the R129, 1989 to 2002. If the rumors are going to pan out, the new SL is going to lose some weight as a result of adopting the new soft top, which should also free up additional trunk space thanks to the simpler roof mechanism. Since we've mentioned weight, most of the diet will actually come from the all-new underpinnings borrowed from the Mercedes-AMG GT. Indeed, the 2019 SL is expected to ride on same platform as the two-door GT coupes and convertibles, which will be joined before the end of the decade by a four-door sedan. Instead of getting the R232 Cotton M, it is believed the next SL is known internally as the R233 to emphasize the vast changes over its predecessor. The coupe body style might come back, but take this rumor with the proverbial grain of salt. As far as the engines are concerned, the silky smooth V12 will likely solidify on in the SL65, since we simply can't imagine the Grand Tourer without it. Mercedes will soon introduce a new inline-six M256 gasoline unit in the S-Class facelift, and that seems likely as suitable to find its way inside the SL's engine bay for an entry-level variant. In the refreshed S-Class sedan, the new mill will develop in excess of 408 horsepower, 300 kilowatts, and 369 pound-feet, 500 newton-meters, of torque. Taking into account there aren't any spy shots of production-bodied prototypes yet, don't expect the new SL to come out in the near future. A plausible scenario regarding the Roadster's premiere would have to be the end of 2018 or early 2019. Tesla owners could be accused of having a love-hate relationship with their vehicles. The maker's Models S and X have repeatedly been slammed for serious quality issues, yet owners retain a strong emotional bond to those battery electric vehicles, according to a new study by J.D. Power and Associates. But the question is whether those buying the next generation of Tesla products, starting with the Model 3 sedan set to go into production in July, will be nearly as forgiving. Moving into the mainstream carries significant risks, according to various analysts. Tesla owners see themselves as pioneers who enjoy being early adopters of new technology, said Kathleen Rizk, Director of Global Automotive Consulting at J.D. Power. Spending $100,000 or more on a vehicle that has so many problems usually would have a dramatically negative effect on sales and brand perception. Right now, though, Tesla seems immune from such disenchanted customers. Power normally does not report on Tesla in surveys such as its closely followed initial quality study due to the relatively small sample sizes, but what data it does get from owners suggests that Tesla wouldn't fare very well against high-end competitors, such as Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi or Lexus. And that's backed up by recent studies from Consumer Reports magazine. The influential publication took the Model S off its coveted recommended buy list in 2015 and nearly issued a warning against the battery electric sedan. CR was even more harsh last year when it repeatedly reported about a wide range of quality issues involving the newer Model X, problems including seemingly everything from electronics to paint to the electric SUV's unusual falcon wing doors. In a new study, Tesla, Beyond the Hype, Power wanted to look at not just what is going wrong for Tesla but why, despite its well-known quality issues, the brand continues to grow sales for its luxury models, and has taken so many early reservations for the upcoming Model 3. Some have called it the cult of Elon, a reference to Tesla founder and CEO Elon Musk, a visionary entrepreneur who has built the brand as more than just an automotive manufacturer. To him, and Tesla loyalists, it is helping drive a broad transformation within the auto industry and, indeed, beyond. The company has been expanding its reach into battery backup systems and, with the acquisition of SolarCity, into alternative energy generation. That recently led the company to drop the word motors from its name. There have been some concerns that this almost cultish following could fracture as a result of Musk's decision to join the Economy Advisory Council formed by President Donald Trump. Indeed, there was a flurry of protest, with some customers canceling their Model 3 reservations, but Tesla claims the impact was minor and that there are still well over 300,000 reservations in hand. The Model 3, suggests Power's risk, could be the bigger challenge to Tesla. That's the longer-range, lower-priced sedan the company expects to expand its appeal into the mainstream, with Musk forecasting Tesla sales will reach 500,000 in 2018, and 1 million by 2020. But where Models S and X owners typically have additional vehicles in the household fleet that they can turn to while those battery cars are in for repairs, the Model 3 is more likely to be an owner's primary mode of transportation. As a result, risk suggests that consumers who buy the new sedan will be less tolerant of quality trouble. When consumers buy a mass-market car priced around $35,000 that will be their primary mode of transportation, the degree of expectation will increase immensely, Risk said. We've seen that with other well-liked brands, whether or not it involves an electric vehicle. CEO Musk has emphasized quality in recent months, insisting Tesla is taking aggressive steps to resolve problems with existing models and prevent similar issues with the Model 3. The proof will come soon. The first of the new battery sedans are set to be delivered to U.S. buyers well before the end of this year. Mazda Motorsports has just added a slick-looking handmade hardtop option for the 2017 MX-5 Global Cup race car, but you can't just pick up at a dealership for your regular S-Mere mortal Miata. This roof is being offered exclusively for the Global Cup race car rendition of the car so it can be eligible for competition in a greater range of events. While our first year was spent concentrating on the successful launch of the MX-5 Cuban Pesos car in our battery-tender global Mazda MX-5 Cuban Pesos presented by Goodrich Tires, we knew that was just one arena for customers. Now with an available hardtop, Mazda racers can compete in SCCA and NASA Club Racing and in the Pirelli World Challenge TCA class, Mazda Motorsports Business Development Manager David Cook said in a press release. The Global Cup Miata is designed to be a value-priced race car, relatively speaking, and a good starting point for drivers with substantial but maybe not factory team money to get into sports car racing. Mazda's representatives say over 130 of these things have been sold around the world. Normally they run topless, but the roof option will give the car more versatility and make racers who hate wine happy. As to why Mazda won't offer the roof for regular Miatas, company representative Jacob Brown explained to me that the fact that it's designed around a roll cage would make it suboptimal for fitment on the road.